I've been wearing Chill Spectrum by Ahmed Maghribi for the last 2 days, and one thing about this fragrance genuinely surprised me. It begins with a fresh and invigorating opening, then about 10 to 15 minutes later, it develops into something much sweeter, and then eventually settles into a remarkably clean and comforting dry down. The real question is not simply what's inside the bottle. The real question is, does the wearing experience justify giving it a place in your collection? Because remember, the notes can only tell you what's inside the bottle. It's actually the wearing experience that tells you whether it deserves a place in your collection or not. Now let's start with the official notes. The opening features bergamot, grapefruit, mandarin, ginger and fig. On my skin, the first impression was a wonderfully fresh and uplifting citrus opening. It felt clean, vibrant and easy to appreciate. However, after around 10 minutes, I'd say, the fragrance began to reveal a very different personality. The freshness softened, and to my nose it developed into something sweeter, almost like a mixed fruit salad with a subtle bubblegum-like sweetness. That's the best I can describe, really. As it moved into the dry down, the sweetness gradually faded, leaving behind a beautifully clean, airy musk with a slightly soapy quality. And with that said, this was my most favorite stage of the fragrance because it felt so refined, comforting and surprisingly well composed. So who is this fragrance for? If you enjoy fresh fruity fragrances with a clean musky finish, then I think this could be right up your street. However, if you prefer dark wood, smoky woods or heavier compositions, then this probably won't satisfy that particular taste, because this is a fragrance that feels more than versatile and I was going to say, do you know, I can't say this word, effortlessly wearable. Yes, I finally said it. For me, this is best suited for spring and summer, especially during the daytime. I can easily see this working for the office, casual outings, holidays, and everyday wear really. It has enough presence to be appreciated, but remains polished and appropriate. Now let's talk about performance. On my skin, the Chill Spectrum performed impressively. You know, it is really nice. It had a very strong presence during the early stages of wear, and after around 10 hours I'd say it settled closer to the skin. What genuinely impressed me about this perfume was that I could still detect it on my hand around 20 hours later. During my testing, I also received 4 compliments wearing this fragrance, 2 of them coming from people at work. Now of course, compliments can never be guaranteed, but it was interesting to see how positively people reacted to it. Now in the interest of complete honesty, there is one thing to consider. This fragrance may feel slightly safe for people looking for something dark, complex or extremely unique, but for what it is trying to achieve, it does it exceptionally well. And perhaps the most impressive part is actually the value. At around £25, the scent profile and the quality of this perfume genuinely surprised me. It has a level of refinement that feels far beyond its price point. I mean, if someone handed me this perfume hand on heart without revealing me the actual cost, I would not immediately assume that I'm holding a £25 fragrance in my hand. Look at the presentation of the perfume. The cap weighs around 1 kilo. The bottle itself is, I think, around 5 kilos. For £25, what more do you want? The scent profile is amazing. You can actually compete this perfume against, and this isn't even an exaggeration, but you can actually compete this fragrance in terms of longevity, scent trail, projection to JPG's Le Mail, you know, the black bottle. I'm ready to bet that this would outcompete the JPG's Le Mail. It carries a more luxurious character and proves that an elevated fragrance experience does not always require an extravagant price tag. So does Chill Spectrum by Ahmed Maghribi deserve a place in your collection? For me, I would say yes, especially if you enjoy fresh, clean and fruity fragrances. It offers me an enjoyable scent journey, impressive longevity and remarkable value for money. But remember, the question isn't simply, is this fragrance good? The real question is, does this fragrance suit you or not? Thank you for watching. No hype, no exaggeration, just honest fragrance reviews. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.